Hello everyone. Today I'm here to discuss about soil degradation. What is soil degradation? Many people do conceive the idea of soil degradation, but a good number lacks the knowledge of its precise definition. To fill this knowledge gap, the soil degradation simply means the decline in soil quality, which comes about due to aspects such as improper land use, agriculture and pasture, urban or industrial purposes. It involves the decline of soil's physical, biological, and chemical state. Soil degradation example include a decline in soil fertility, adverse changes in alkalinity, acidity, or salinity, extreme flooding, use of toxic soil pollutants, erosion, and deterioration of soil's structural condition. These elements contribute to a significant amount of soil quality depreciation annually. Excessive soil degradation thus gives rise to immediate and long term impacts, which translate into serious global environmental headaches. While soil degradation may occur naturally, it has been highly exacerbated by anthropogenic activities. Besides, climate change combined with human activities continues to worsen soil degradation. With the objective of understanding the distinct nature of soil quality decline, here are various causes, effects, and solutions of soil degradation. There are various causes of soil degradation. Let us see the first one, physical factors. There are physical factors contributing to soil degradation distinguished by the manners in which they change the natural composition and structure of the soil. Rainfall, surface runoff, floods, wind erosion, tillage, and mass movements results in the loss of fertile topsoil, thereby declining soil quality. All these physical factors produce different types of soil erosion, mainly water and wind erosion, soil detachment actions, and their resultant physical forces eventually change the composition and structure of the soil by wearing away the soil's top layer as well as organic matter. In the long term, physical forces and weathering processes leads to the decline in soil fertility and adverse changes in soil's composition or structure. Biological factors. In biological factors, it refers to the human and plant activities that tend to reduce the quality of the soil. Some bacteria and fungi overgrowth in an area can highly impact the microbial activities of the soil through biochemical reactions, which reduces crop yield and the sustainability and suitability of the soil productivity capacity. Human activities such as poor farming practices may also deplete soil nutrients, thus diminishing soil fertility. The biological factors affect mainly lessens the microbial activity of the soil. Chemical factors. The reduction of soil nutrients because of alkalinity or acidity or water logging are all categorized under chemical components of soil degradation. In a broadest sense, it comprises alterations in the soil's chemical property that determine nutrient availability. It is mainly caused by salt buildup and leaching of nutrients, which corrupt the quality of soil by creating undesirable changes in the essential soil chemical ingredients. These chemical factors normally bring forth the irreversible loss of soil nutrients and production capacities, such as hardening of iron and aluminium rich clay soils into hard pans. Deforestation. It causes soil degradation on the account of exposing soil minerals by removing trees and crop cover, which support the availability of humus and litter layers on the surface of the soil. Vegetation covers uh, primarily promotes the binding of soil together and soil formation. Hence, when it is removed, it considerably affects the capabilities of the soil, such as aeration, water holding capacity, and biological activity. When trees are removed by logging, infiltration rates became elevated and soil remains bare and exposed to erosion and the buildup of toxicities. Some of the contributing activities include logging and slash and burn techniques used by individuals who invade forest areas for farming, rendering the soils unproductive and less fertile in the end. Misuse or excess use of fertilizers. The excessive use and misuse of pesticide and chemical fertilizers kill organisms that assist in binding the soil together. Most agricultural practices involving the use of fertilizers and pesticides often entail, often entail misuse or excessive application, thereby contributing to the killing of soil's beneficial bacteria and other microorganisms that help in soil formation. The complex forms of fertilizers chemicals are also responsible for denaturing essential soil minerals, giving rise to nutrient losses from the soil. Therefore, the misuse or excessive use of fertilizers increase the rate of soil degradation by destroying soil's biological activity and buildups of toxicities through incorrect fertilizer use. Industrial and mining activities. As an example, mining destroys crop over and releases a myriad of toxic chemicals such as mercury into the soil, thereby poisoning it and rendering it unproductive for any other purpose. Industrial activities, on the other hand, release toxic effluents and material waste into the atmosphere, land, rivers, and groundwater that eventually pollute the soil and as such it impacts on soil quality. Altogether, industrial and mining activities degrade the soil's physical, chemical, and biological properties. Improper cultivation practices. There are certain agricultural practices that are environmentally unsustainable, and at the same time, they are the single biggest contributor to the worldwide increase in soil quality decline. The tillage on agricultural lands is one of the main factors since it breaks up the soil into finer particles, which increase erosion rates. The soil quality decline is exacerbated more and more as a result of mechanization of agriculture that gives room for deep ploughing, reduction of plant cover, and formation of the hardpan. Other improper cultivation activities such as farming on steep slope and monocropping, row cropping, and surface irrigation wear away the natural composition of the soil and its fertility and prevent the soil from regenerating. Urbanization. Urbanization has major implications on the soil degradation process. For most of all, it denudates the soil's vegetation cover, compacts soil during construction, and alters the drainage pattern. Secondly, it covers the soil in an impermeable layer of concrete that amplifies the amount of surface runoff, which result in more erosion of the topsoil. Again, most of the runoff and sediments from urban areas are extremely polluted with oil, fuel, and other chemicals. Increased runoff from urban areas also cause a huge disturbance to adjacent watersheds by changing the rate and volume of water that flows through them and impoverishing them with chemically polluted sediment deposits. Overgrazing. The rates of soil erosion and loss of soil nutrients as well as the topsoil are highly contributed by overgrazing. Overgrazing destroys surface crop covers and breaks down soil particles, increasing the rates of soil erosion. As a result, soil quality and agricultural productivity are greatly affected. Thank you.